Okay, so to start, you're going to create a new document. I'm leaving this up to you as far as what you want to design for. So, if you want to design for a tablet, you can. If you want to design for a phone, um, so really going to depend on what you want to use as like the vehicle for your PDF. All right. So once you have that set, over here, we're going to start with 6 pages. Um, and then I turn this off, the primary text frame. I don't, if you want to keep it, so if you already have something there, you can turn that off. Do not turn on facing pages because this is going to be individual screens. It's not going to be spread. All right. As you come down, the margins you're probably going to want to increase because it's pretty narrow. Obviously, no bleeds because we're not printing. All right. So once you have that set, you hit create. And then over here, you can see your 6 individual pages. Okay. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is we want to open up our bookmarks. Here, you're going to go to Window, go down to Interactive, and then you have bookmarks. We're also going to be using buttons and forms. So these are the two that you're going to want to open up for this project. All right, now when we add bookmarks, the reason we're going to add it is so this way then we can have somebody bounce around the PDF. Okay. Um, so right now, see how that page one is highlighted and it has the one. And as I scroll down, you can see, even though I'm looking at page six, page one is still highlighted. So when you're adding your bookmarks, you want to make sure that each page is highlighted as you add them, because if they're not, all of them are going to go to page one. All right. So while on page one, we're going to hit plus for bookmark one. We can label it as introduction or welcome page, rather. Okay. Then we're going to double click, and now we're on page two. So we're going to hit plus, and that is the intro to the problem. Then three is going to be the steps to solving. Four is going to be the designer's role. Five is going to be your mock-up. And then six is going to be your research. All right. So that is basically what we had done in that first class. So now make a text box for each of these and place them on the page for each one of those pages. So this way then you're looking at the pages themselves and they all have the headers. Just that can change obviously, but it just helps to have the each page is sitting there. Okay. Once you have that set, then drop a little bit of text into your first page. All right. So now remember, the whole point of this is not to create a website. We're not creating something that is going to have a navigation that's going to take them to page two, page three, page four. That's not the point of this. The point is, as you're talking about, say, in the introduction of the problem itself, you may talk about the research, right? And say the research suggested this. You could have a link inside that text that then takes you right to the research. And then within the research, this generated this idea. It can then take you to, the design itself, or it could take you back to, the steps to solving the problem. So that's the point of this, is to allow the person to bounce from page to page that is relevant to what they are currently reading. All right. Do not put an arrow saying go to next page. It's a PDF. People can just scroll or use the arrow key to go from page to page. So this is only intended to kind of, when you're talking about something, allow them to go to a particular page. Okay. All right. So type in a text box, have your text sitting in the middle, and then have a little bit of text within a paragraph, and then bring in a image that we can also create a link from. All right, so if we end up having a button and we want this to go to a certain page, you have the text sitting here. We're going to right click, and then we're going to go down to interactive, and then hit convert to button. You'll see a little dotted line go around. You'll also see a bunch of information pull up in the buttons and forms. All right. In here, there's a name. It's wise to probably name all of your links and your buttons, so this way you keep track of everything, right? So in here, it's going to be to intro page. So this way I know where that's going. Underneath actions, we're going to hit plus, and then we're going to go to destination. You want to use only these for the PDF, all right? We don't want to have to force the person that's going to be looking at this to have to download some sort of other plugin or go online or anything else. We want them to have a PDF that they can just, within that environment, bounce around, all right? So we're going to go to destination, and then here, underneath the destination are all of the bookmarks that we created, all right? So we're going to hit introduction, keep, release, or tap. So this way then it's going to be good for anybody that is on a computer using a mouse or using a trackpad or using the phone or tablet, all right? So then that's all set for this one. In here, say you have text and you only want a little bit of text going to the introduction, all right? So you can select a little bit. I'm just going to select this, and then we're going to right click and then go to hyperlink right above it. Okay, so we're going to go up here. We're going to go to new hyperlink, and then in here, link to page. All right, so when that page is all set, we're going to choose the page that we want to choose. All right, so our introduction was on page 2. We set 2. Keep this as fixed or inherit, and then we're going to hit OK. So now that brings in a style automatically for you that you can change. All right, please do not feel that you need to keep this as blue. Do not feel like you need to keep this as underlined, but you do need to be consistent. So whatever you choose to set up your links, it has to be consistent across the entire document. All right, now we go into our image. This is going to be the exact same thing just as the button itself. We're going to right click, and then we're going to go to interactive, convert to button, and then you can see image link plus, go to destination, introduction. All right, then we're going to hit save, and then we're going to go to export. So when we go to export, we're going to choose interactive and not print. All right, so for the previous project, we were using PDF print. This one here, we're going to be using PDF interactive. So we're going to hit save. In here, you can make sure you keep everything as pages. You can leave everything as is. If you want to play around with the compression, it's already going to be dropping down to 144. But you can keep everything as is. Hit export. It's going to give you a PDF. If it automatically opens up in preview for you, for anyone that's using a Mac, you're not going to want to use preview. You're going to want to make sure that it's going to be opened up in Acrobat. All right. So now if we click this, you can see it goes right to introduction. If we click this link, it goes to introduction, and then we have the image. All right. So all of those are 3 ways that you can quickly add a button to bounce around into the different pages. All right. All right. So the next thing is, say you're working on the mockup, right? So we might have an image, previous image that is before solving the problem, and then your design solution. All right. I would rather you use this method instead of having another page showing your actual solution. All right, so this way then the only way someone's going to be able to see this is by interacting with the PDF and not simply just scrolling through the entire PDF from beginning to end. All right, so to start, we're going to, let me bring this back to object. All right, so draw a red box, and then draw a yellow box, and then draw another text. Oops. All right. So then you have your text that says show yellow. We're going to have a red box. That's going to be like the original design. And then we're going to have a yellow box. That's going to be the actual design itself. All right. So once you have these, we're going to then convert these into buttons. So we're going to go into interactive, convert to button. This here is definitely more important now to actually list what this is going to be. All right. So we're just going to list this as red box. And then we're going to select this one, go to interactive, convert to button, yellow box. And then we're going to convert this to a button. And then this is going to be all right. So we have all three of these as now buttons. Click back onto the yellow one. And then back in here in the buttons and forms, there's an option over here that says hidden until triggered. So what we want to do is we want to show the red, but then we want to hide the red and then show the yellow. All right. So we're going to have this as checked off. So this way, when we export it, it will be hidden until we actually click this button here. All right. So now we're going to click on the show yellow. We're going to go to our actions. And then instead of going to destination, we're going to scroll down to show and hide. So we're going to click this. And then it's going to bring up every single button that is on this page. All right. If there's an X through it, that means nothing happens. Okay. So we can come over here to the yellow box because we want to show the yellow box, click the X, and then we see the eyeball. But we also simultaneously want to hide the red box. So if we click it once and then twice, we have a line through the eyeball. So now when we click yellow, it's going to hide the red while showing the yellow. All right. So let's save. Let's export. And then let me do this. So we have this going on. Click, and there's yellow. The red's gone. All right. When you bring this up, you can always create something else. You could have two text boxes that says then show red and hide yellow, or we can simply go back and have the yellow bring back the red and hiding yellow. All right. So what we can do is say, all right, when we show yellow, let's also hide this yellow button here. So we can then click that. Then we can add an action here that says, all right, show and hide, and let's bring back the red, hide yellow, show red button. All right. So we hit save. We go to export. And actually, I made a mistake over here. So if you keep this PDF open in Acrobat while making a change and then exporting again, it's not going to replace it. You got to close this out, then open it back up. All right, so we have here, so we show yellow, then we can bring it back. All right, so you can have multiple things happening to your file when you want to show your mockup and show your actual solution. All right, so that's it. That's all there is to this project. Again, remember, the whole point of this assignment really is the method in the process of how the designer, the designer's role in solving or attempting to solve whatever this problem that you are choosing to solve. All right, so hope this helps. And again, if you have any other questions, please reach out. But hope you have a great day, and I will see you in class on Wednesday.